Hi, today I have very good news from the Cell Energy Center in Mallorca. What I'm talking about is a solution for more or less all of the health problems we face today and the prognosis of the World Health Organization. They say in the future every second person will have cancer. They say every second person after the age of 70 will have Alzheimer, dementia or Parkinson. They say we already today have about 9 to 10% of people with diabetes. They say in the future every third person will have it. Huh? Kind of a catastrophe, right? But they don't offer any solutions, so we should think about solutions. And there's a very nice book of an English guy called Paul Clayton. It says Out of the Fire. And he says, in today's civilization, only 4% of the population age in a healthy way. All other face chronic diseases, inflammations, all kind of problems. And as he said, only 4% of us age in a healthy way. I consider this a disaster because our health systems don't offer any solutions. They do not even discuss. What could be the key? The key could be the quality of the most important food we have. This is water. What kind of water do we get as of today? If it's out of the tube, forget it. Really forget it. It's dead. No information, no energy, nothing. And if you're lucky, it's not contaminated with too many bad ingredients. But if you're unlucky, even that is the case. And if you buy water in plastic bottles, and they have not been certified to be, let's say, proven to not have any influence on the water, within 24 hours, it emits 400 chemicals into the water we afterwards drink. This is one of the key reasons why 97 to 100% of all kids are contaminated with plastic nanoparticles. But it's not only the kids, it's also us, all the adults, the animals, and even the plants. So, now I give you some other numbers to understand how important this water is. You know, if you have a fetus, this consists, if you consider the weight, of about 95% water molecules, okay? A baby, 90%. An adult between 65 and 70%. And if somebody is in a bad condition or very old or doesn't do well, he might have only 50%. We call this dehydration. Dehydration is many times caused because we have water that has no access to our cells. So we need to drink water that has access to the cells. And this is the native drinking water we had in evolution. And some other aspect, this was the aspect of weight. But the more important number is the aspect of numbers. 99 out of 100 molecules in a human body are water molecules. Isn't that incredible? And the number 100 might be a protein for muscles that consists out of 1 million atoms, therefore it's more heavy. But 99 out of 100 molecules are water molecules. And they play the dominant role in 98 of 100% of all the metallic processes. So, I would consider it very stupid not to care about the quality of this water. And I said what we get delivered today is poorest quality you can imagine. And now there is a real science about this water. And they started it in a high valley in Pakistan because they found that the people there with very, very best vitality got 100 years and even older, some 120 years old. They started science about it. They started in 1960 and then they found it's due to the water they drink. And this water is called Hunza water. And this Hunza water has a certain structure. This is the native spring water structure of the good old times where we had no contaminations. And this water has hexagonal structures. Hexagonal means like the honeyworms. It's a 6-corner form, but this is connected millions and millions of times, and there are layers, millions and millions and millions of layers. And this water has incredible properties, and these properties, which I'll show you in a minute, solve, I would say, 98 of 100% of problems we face in the health, with our health. So, one of the key problems is, one of the key problems is we are too sour. Too much acidity in the cell environment, not in the blood. If we would have that in the blood, we would be dead immediately. So the human body has the weapons to fix this problem with the pH level in the blood. So, but it's the cell environment. And as of today, around about 85% of the population is too sour, too much acidity. So, this is problem number 1. Problem number 2 is we don't have enough oxygen in our blood, in our cell environment. It doesn't write that well, but this has oxygen. We need a high saturation, we need a lot of energy, a lot of oxygen for providing and generating energy. If you have a lack there, it's a problem. There was a former Nobel Prize winner, he said, no disease can exist in an alkaline, so no acidity, oxygen-rich cell environment. Not even cancer. So, acidity, oxygen. The fourth problem today is free radicals. Free radicals are atoms, they're missing electrons, and they really radically attacking the other molecules to get electrons from them. And if they get it from them, they then start to become free radicals because they're lacking electrons. To be in balance, so we need enough electrons. And free radicals are generated today because of acidity, stress, electrosmoke, bad food, toxins. So we face billions and billions and billions of attacks from free radicals to our organs, to our organelles, to our cells, all over the place. Another problem is, a huge problem is, we have too many toxins. We need to detox. We have toxins in the food, we have toxins in the water, we have toxins in the air, we have toxins in cosmetics, chemicals in the household, all over the place. And unfortunately, they accumulate over the time. And this is what causes inflammation, chronic diseases. Therefore, only 4% of today's population age in a healthy way. So we kind of need to fix those problems. Now the properties and capacities of hexagonal water. Hexagonal water is always negatively charged, and this neutralizes the positively charged ions that cause the acidity. So hexagonal water is negatively charged, neutralizes the positively charged ions which are responsible for the acidity. So, problem solved, right? Oxygen. Oxygen means energy. Lack of oxygen means lack of energy. It's as simple as that. Now, hexagonal structured water has a different biochemical formula. It's not H2O, it's H2O3. That means 44% more oxygen. So, problem solved. Another fantastic property is, and this was first, found or discovered by a fantastic American scientist called Dr. Patrick Flanagan. He found that in these hexagonal water structures, all the atoms on these layers can share the electrons they have available. So electron sharing. That means they don't need the rest of the electrons. So we have, it's called mesomery effect, which means we have free delocated electrons. But in huge amounts they even build plasmas. And these electron plasmas neutralize these free radicals. Problem solved. Another thing is we have too many toxic ingredients in our bodies. This is what causes the inflammation, the chronic pain and whatsoever, the cancer and whatever is there. And the diabetes and all that negative things which the World Health Organization promises to us, kind of. So we need to get rid of those toxic ingredients in our cell environment. Now this hexagonal structures have another property which is called exclusion zone, which also an American scientist found, Dr. Gerald Pollack. He said the crystalline structures of these hexagon structures in the water are so dense that no other molecule can enter in this structure. So we have the structures, millions of layers, and they are negatively charged, and they attract positively charged pathogens like viruses, toxins, and all that stuff. So they are attracted by the strong negatively charge. They're coming there, but they can't enter into the crystalline structures. So what happens then? Around these crystalline structures we have normal water. This is positively charged. Then we have the situation, positively charged pathogens and positively charged water. And they kick each other away. So that means all kinds of detoxification processes are strongly supported by hexagonal structures, and new contaminations are prohibited. So, problem solved. And when we know that hexagonal water has 3 times more energy, and hexagonal water is totally accessible to our cells, so it prohibits dehydration, we have kind of solved nearly all the problems we face of today and the reason why we age in an unhealthy way. Now we have a solution from a friend of mine. He is in the electromagnetic wave business since many years. He has also written fantastic books like Introduction to the High Frequency Energy. And he's producing fantastic devices in the health area. Now this is a world novelty. It's called Tesla at Home. It's based on the inventions and discoveries of Nikola Tesla, which was considered the #1 genius of science of all times. And it's called water resonator. This is the device. You only put the device onto the main tube of your water tubes, and then have a cable, put it around, and then plug it in. It needs a little bit of electricity, but more or less nothing, 24 volts only. Then you have in the whole household hexagonal structured water. This is not only good for you, it's also good for the animals. It's good for the plants, for your garden, and it's even good for the technologies in your household which work with water. Because all these properties are beneficial for everything in your household. So, and now very interesting, the price. The price is 600 euros plus VAT, respectively to the different countries. 600 euros net plus VAT. I think if you decide to buy something, this device, this is the best decision with regards to your health in the future. If you need more information, I have tons of information, even beyond those aspects I already discussed and presented. There's much more to say. It even plays a major role in prohibiting and treating cancer. There's an incredible book of an American doctor from Thomas Cohen, Cancer and the New Biology water. He says, if you have hexagonal structured water in a cell, the cell cannot get cancer. That's his conclusion. So I think if you need, or I hope you have some more, need some more information, you want to step deeper into these themes, because it's the most important aspect in life. We come from water. We need water. Without water, we are dead. So we don't want to be dead early. We don't want to health in an unhealthy way. If you need more information, please let me know. I can only recommend that you take this opportunity. Bye, all the best.